Hello and welcome guys to another episode of running every single dungeon in PlayCabal. Now you might be a little bit shook, cause fair play, you might be expecting something like Altar of Sienna B1F or B2F. But you know what, today is Sunday and I was like, you know what, I'ma just treat myself to 30 runs of AIC1 Awakened and maybe 30 runs of AIC2 Awakened as well. So yeah, a little detour from the dungeons we're supposed to do, but come on, it's Sunday, you know, we need to relax. And I cannot imagine a more relaxing dungeon than this. This is like one of my top dungeons that I like to do. I also got myself a couple of runes, because I saw that the price of them was actually fairly decent. So I'll gladly take all of the AP from this dungeon just so I can actually get those runes installed. But yeah, man, I mean, quick little recap of the character. We've been doing good. No major upgrades in terms of the gear. Like, I still need to epic boost some of the gear, like 3 slot a lot of it. But we did make a little improvements. Well, a couple weeks back we got the Sage Belt plus 20. And this week we actually got our Carnelian plus 20. So yeah, these are like completely done. I will never have to worry about them again. And that's why I like it. I think it would be nice to save up like enough to actually, you know, I would say upgrade, but what I do is I just sell off my Arcanas and just get like plus 18 instead of plus 17. And that's just how I keep going up. But yeah, I mean, who knows, maybe in Christmas events we would get like some Chaos Safeguards and then maybe I could just plus it myself. But yeah, man, bit by bit we are getting stronger. So let's just deposit all of the owls. There we go, man. 30 runs of AIC1. Let's freaking go. I also bought a new mouse yesterday. Because I think I complained a couple videos back that my mouse was not working. Like, I couldn't twist the camera, like, from the very first try. Sometimes it would take me 2 or 3 clicks. So yeah, I got a new one and man, does it feel like complete new gaming experience, to be fair. Because that old mouse served like, I don't know, like 8 years, maybe even more. I had that mouse for a long time. Look at this, did one dungeon for daily dungeons and this dropped so random. Come on, man. I mean, I'm happy for you, but where is my slot extender, huh? Sometimes people drop it just like easy peasy lemon squeezy, you know what I mean? Imagine that, the first dungeon of the day. Slot extender highest already. That would be crazy, man. Well, I don't know, I'm also like convinced that on weekends is where you make the big drops, you know what I mean? There's no official evidence to back this up, but I just feel luckier on the weekends. Especially when you log in and see someone like just dropping a fresh slot extender. Yeah, kinda wanna makes you farm a bunch. But yeah, man, I'm doing one of my most favorite dungeons, so I'm not complaining one bit. As you can see, this one is like very fast for me. And the reason I like this one is that we could very well drop slot extender high. You know what I mean, from this dungeon? It's a real possibility. Just need a tad bit of luck and we'll be good. Also, another reason is it gives you 7 dungeon points. That's like an insane amount of dungeon points. Imagine that, 7 dungeon points for a dungeon that you can do so quickly. Alright, that's crazy. That's crazy amount of dungeon points. And these are basically my main reasons for liking this dungeon so much, you know? Quick, with possibly very rewards, and a ton of dungeon points. And I've been putting all of my dungeon points basically to get more of those extreme core pockets. One of those cost 150 dungeon points. And yeah, once we actually like get to like 50 of them, we can then open all of them and try to do some extreme upgrading, you know? Maybe reach extreme upgrade 4 for the very first time in my life. But to be fair, I'm already like very happy with extreme upgrade 3. I mean, it's more than good enough. Extreme 4 is like you're already high rolling, you know what I mean? Life is already good on your side, that's why you have enough time to get yourself a extreme 4. And if I get a slot extender high, I'm just gonna sell it, to be fair. Make some quick profits. Because what I'm looking for, personally, is slot extender highest, right? And that I could just use for myself. I would just save, you know, like 4.5 billion, because I wouldn't need to buy one. Well, I would need to buy one less of it. Because I still need, I think, 3 of them, right? One here, one here, and one here. And then the suits, sooner or later I'm gonna change the suit, you know what I mean? But it's just gonna take a while. Sig Metal for now is still like decent, just because I have Paladinium helmets. Ooh, I took off my boots. I also went for Paladinium boots as well, and Archidinum hands. Because, you know, the hands, they have to be master in order to get a little bit more max crit rate. As you can see, my max crit rate is doing pretty well, like 85 out of 83. And I could still get to like 3-4 more max crit rates. I just need a little bit more pet and train kits to work on my pet just a tad bit. I think during the Christmas event, surely this should be done like easy peasy lemon squeezy, so I'm not really worrying about it at all. As I said, now for now, like I'm just happy to gather some AP, because I really want to basically equip these 4 runes that I bought. And in the same time, I would love a slot extender or something rare. I think the best drop I got from this dungeon was Ring of Luck +3, I think? Basically sold for 310 million. And it dropped on like less than a 5th run, you know, so it dropped fairly quick. Okay, 5 runs are in the bag, like the legendary cube as well. But yeah, really like 7 DP per run, that's the highlight of this dungeon for sure, for sure. All of the Archidinum that we're getting here is just gonna be extracted, so the only thing that we're gonna be selling is upgrade and 4 pieces. As Archidinum materials, they don't even cost nothing at all. Theoretically, you could sell Luminous Selena, alright? Because you're gonna get a bunch of fragments by extracting so much of Archidinum gear. Especially that a lot of it is like outrageous or, well, something like this, as you can see. It gives a lot of luminous fragments. And those fragments you sooner or later exchange into Luminous Selena, which you're gonna need a ton if you actually want to get your Stellar Link done. So if you gather 10,000 Selena, yeah, you can sell it. You can sell it and PlayCabal. All you need to do is go to Bloody Ice, exchange your Selena into like a Selena exchange ticket, and that ticket you can put on the market. I'm not sure what the price of it is gonna be right now, but yeah, it's definitely sellable, you know? Before Halloween event, it used to be 50 million for one of those tickets. Now I'm not so sure. But yeah, man, this new mouse really making a difference. Start extracting gear bit by bit. Because yeah, these dungeons I'm definitely used to rushing every single time I do them. Because I used to do this like every single day, 30 runs. So you know, like after so many days, it's still weird that I didn't drop a freaking slot extender high, you know what I mean, from here? We did drop it once with camouflage on someone else, but you know, I'm talking about solo drop. I've done this definitely more than enough times. The law of averages has to shift my side sooner or later. And I am just convinced that throughout this series, you're definitely gonna see me drop one. Like, almost 100%. You know what I mean? It just feels that way. That in this series is where I get basically the best of my loot. We'll use all the streamer's luck, all the... we'll use everything that we can, man. Because to get like a slot extender ultimate drop on camera... that baby would go viral quick. Okay, so far nothing too much. Bunch of Archidinums, as you can see we're getting upgrade core highests as well. 4 score highests. And look at this, I already stacked up a ton of luminous fragments. And 31 upgrade core highests. Too bad upgrade core highest does not really have like a super big price. That's because like Awakened AIC1 is one of the most popular dungeons, right? People love to run this. So therefore, people farm a ton of upgrade core highest. And I'm one of those people, you know what I mean? This one, we're just doing for my pure guilty pleasure, you know? I was supposed to do Altar of Sienna, but I was like, you know what? It's Sunday. It's a great opportunity to get some extra AP, which I do need a lot, because I bought the runes. And I was like, you know what? It's kind of like a 2 bunnies with 1 stone. We just skip a few dungeons for now. You do like Awakened AIC1 and AIC2, and then go back to like Altar of Sienna, Awakened DX and whatnot. Because yeah, for the longest of time, my best dungeons was, well, basically exactly that. Awakened AIC1 and 2, plus EOP. Another very lovely dungeon of mine. Because you can do those with like lower combat power, you know what I mean? And at this point, when I have 1 million, like you literally just run through those dungeons. Maybe I should do like all 3 of my most favorite and then we return back to like Altar of Sienna and stuff like that. And hopefully, like, at some point we'll get like 1.1, 1.2 million combat power. And then I would say maybe let's try Ultimate DX. Look at this. Essence Rune HP level 2 has been dropped. But then again, it's a very popular dungeon, so this rune does drop a lot. That's why it's fairly cheap. It is what it is, man. So all we're looking here is just, yeah, pretty much either critical or Ring of Luck. Or Slot Extender high. But there's really nothing else. Well, maybe like some kind of Powlet could drop, but if it drops Archidinum to Paladinium Powlet, which, yeah, it would most likely would drop these kind of Powlets, that's not even that good, you know what I mean? Those Powlets are cheap. Now, Demonite Powlet is like a whole different subject, and that baby would cost like billions upon billions, and I think in Ultimate DX you can already drop it. This is the 12th run, you see what I mean? Like, for some reason, for this dungeon specifically, the time just flies by for me. That's why I always, you know, try to do it the very first dungeon that I log in. It just feels so quick and efficient. And I would love to have the same feeling on Ultimate DX, but I'm just way too weak for that. Still takes way too long. Okay, a whole lot of these Divine Purification scrolls. I guess we can try and sell them, see how much they're worth. Yeah, so far it doesn't seem like we're dropping a lot, right? Because mostly we're just dropping like so much of this gear. Pretty much nothing else. Well, a few 4-score highs, but you know, that's nothing. The true reward here is the DP, man. DP is where it's at, because DP is amazing. You can pretty much get anything you need in the game just by using DP. Well, almost, you know, there's still some things you can't, but DP is amazing. And since I want to prepare myself for extreme upgrades, yeah, that's why I'm spending all of my DP on these core pockets. Come on, Mr. Dungeon, drop something. Do it for the cam, do it for the YouTube. So far, like almost 1 million just from the minion drops. We'll see if we get enough of these luminous fragments to make up a 10,000 luminous Selena stack. And then I could count it into the profits, you know what I mean? But yeah, in my opinion, none of this like Archidinum gear that we're dropping is even worth looking at. You know, you just straight without looking, you can press item extraction, just like this. Easy peasy. It feels like it's made, you know, for extraction, just because, as I said, this dungeon is super popular, right? So a ton of people do it. And therefore, everything that drops here doesn't really have much of a value, you know? Unless we're talking about a slot extender. Slot extenders always have value. Yeah, but still, like, that was my reasoning why I love this dungeon so much. 7 DP per run, it's crazy. Okay, should get another legendary cube. There we go. I've never gotten anything good from those legendary cubes, to be fair. Come on, dungeon, drop me something so I have something to put in the profits, because that's how it is. I mean, if we don't get anything special, you know, we're not really gonna make any money, to be fair, but you do get the DP, and like a ton of DP for the time that you've spent, you know, doing the dungeon. And just for DP alone, it's more than worth it. Plus, you still get like XP, AP, you know, and it's nice, it's nice. Especially on the weekend when everything is increased. Maybe the Divine Purification scrolls. But still, I don't think so that they should be worth anything. Because this dungeon does drop a lot of them. Back in the day, well, I say back in the day, when I started this server, I just put all of them into my collection, you know, I didn't even check the price of it. But for this series, we will check the price of it. Look at the luminous fragments. Okay, it's stacking up, it's stacking up. Maybe we'll have at least one Selena exchange ticket that we can make from all of this. Well, from all of the runs, you know. You need 10k Luminous Soul. Luminous Selena, sorry. You know, I'm just afraid of the scenario that, you know, I've been praising this dungeon for so many episodes, you know, and I continuously said this is like one of the best dungeons for me. And imagine if we make the lowest profit in the whole series in this dungeon, because it's very possible. I mean, if we don't get any Faded Blue Jewels, that's another big one. So Faded Blue Jewel is worth 40 million. And usually in 30 runs, you're definitely gonna get at least, well, I cannot say definitely gonna get, but you should get at least one, you know? Sometimes you get like 2 or maybe even 3, and that's like insane day. So far I still have none, but you know, the night's still young, right? Everything can still change, and I hope it will change. Okay, this is the 20th run. Yeah, just give me one Faded Blue Jewel, I'll be happy. I'll get my DP, I'll get my 40 million. Ooh, 2000 AP already. But let's see if I can use any one of these runes. Go. Put them in. There we go. And now I'm a little bit stronger. Not even a little bit. Full 1000 combat power stronger. Because yeah, I did remember that's what I did with my runes. Just buy the absolute cheapest ones. And those that cost like 100 mil or like 200 mil, you know, I didn't buy. So I did a little rune run. And basically bought everything that I could afford. There's still some like missing. Well, to be fair, there's a ton of missing because I only have 27 out of 60. I don't know, maybe I should get like alls drop amounts and stuff like that, these type of runes, right? I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Since I have so many free slots. Yeah, maybe I will get alls drop rates, alls bomb rates, XP up, stuff like that. 'Cause I really don't know what else to fill in. Pretty much got all of the best ones. Well, to be fair, like penetration level 2, you know, all skill amp level 2, these are the ones that I don't have. You know, they cost literal billions. Let's go to Port Lux real quick and exchange our DP so I don't lose anything. Yeah, so for the time being, I'm getting these ones. I'll try to collect like 50 of them. As you can see, they collect very, very slowly. I have 5 only. And yeah, these little pouches can basically give, well, they will give you extreme core level 10. Which could be worth like from 30 to 40 million. So that's already kind of good. I guess, wait, we can actually check how much it costs, right? Extreme Core Pocket Unique. And we'll actually add it to the profits. Extreme Core Pocket Unique. Yeah, 40 million. There we go. So basically from the DP you get 40 million guaranteed. Because in 30 runs you're gonna get 210 DP. So basically you can buy one of this and then the rest of DP you can just, you know, use for something else. I know I didn't count DP for like previous episodes, but those weren't really like DP dungeons at all. This one is purely like DP dungeon because look at this, it takes me a minute and a little bit to clear one run and I get 7 dungeon points for it. You know, once when we did like dungeons like Seal of Darkness and Apollo of Dead B2F where, you know, even if you're super strong, you'll take 3-4 minutes. And in there you only get like 3 or 4 dungeon points. And here you get 7. So yeah, I feel like the dungeon point is the main aspect of this dungeon, but I kind of want to show you on camera at least one blue jewel dropping. Because that's instantly 40 million. And I mean, it should drop in 30 runs, you know what I mean? If it doesn't, then we're a little bit unlucky. And then yeah, slot extender high would be at least 350 mil, something like that. Okay, 5 runs left of this, and all I have to show for is my little stack of luminous fragments, which is not much. 103 upgrade core highest. I mean, but it's upgrade core highest, you know what I mean? Still gonna be a little bit though. Few 4-score highests, and I guess fair amounts of the 4-score and upgrade core pieces, right? Yeah, it's still gonna be something, to be fair. And yeah, maybe for the future runs I'll get like alt drop all of these runes. So then we should get, you know, even more just from the basic drop. You have received reward for achieving something. 200 runs on this character. On my DM, I think it was close to like 400 something. I am thinking about changing to wizard. Golden words, Yaruma. Golden words. Okay, 2 runs left, come on. Let's get something. And Chenki is the reason for it. Lol. Yeah, I'm telling you, wizard is amazing. Like, it's a pleasure to, you know, grind dungeons with a wizard. On Gladiator, it was okay to do the world boss, right? You get usually better rewards. And, I mean, Mission War was kinda okay, you know, because the Gladiator had still some, like, good DPS. Vochenki 1.2 million combat power, well, with the green one, yes, but I only count the yellow one. Okay, I think I have one more. Yep, the last run, come on. My favorite dungeon, don't leave me hanging without at least like a blue jewel. I like how at the start of this 30 run experience, we were first like, oh, slot extender high. And now on the last run, we were just like, come on, at least a faded blue jewel. And I'm telling you, I am gonna get some slot extenders in the series for sure, for sure. Okay, last shot, last opportunity. Let's see what we get. And no slot extender, no blue jewel. It is what it is. Okay, let's count the profits. I mean, theoretically 210 DP, so we can at least count the 40 million here, right? Just from this extreme core pockets. And then 60 DP I won't even count, you know? Just 40 mil. Normally, yeah, if you do get at least one faded blue jewel, that's gonna be another 40 mil, and then it's already kinda almost worth it to do that dungeon, you know what I mean? We can still extract all of this scrap, take a little bit, and see how much we get from the core pieces, but everything else that is Archidonum, it's scrap value, you know what I mean? It doesn't sell. Okay, let's see what we get. Alrighty, 4 score pieces. Ooh, they're up in price. Okay, so that's 4.2 million. Upgrade core pieces, 1.2. Then 4 score highest is gonna be 6 million, okay. And we need to put the upgrade cores, 8 million. Okay, it's kinda decent. I already have like 60 million. So just one faded blue jewel would have been 100 mil. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see, Luminous Selena. This 2.5k shouldn't be here, because we already started with this one in the pocket. So let me just... And look at this, the pieces, at least they're selling quick. Alright, let me put it to the warehouse. And now let's see how much Selena I have earned. We're basically exchanging all of the Luminous fragments for Luminous Selena. So from 30 runs, I got 2080 Selena. So yeah, so in order to like actually sell it as a Selena exchange ticket, which you could go to this Yule girl, PlayCabal exchange, and there you go. 10,000 for one of these tickets. And this ticket, let's see, it's kind of interesting. What's the price? One is 22 million for one. Not too bad, but then again, we only have 2k, so it's pretty much nothing. So yeah, I mean, the total profit... Well, wait, let me open these two. I'm trying to get the profit wherever I can get. Nah, still, it's nothing. It's still nothing. Plus 2 million over here, so yeah, 61 million. If we did drop at least one blue jewel, it would have been 100 mil, and then I would say, oh, you know what, this dungeon, you know, pretty good profit. Today we didn't get good profit, it's actually shit profit, but it's still a good dungeon, guys, believe me. Maybe we'll do sometimes like part 2, and I'll try to do 30 runs again. And just to show you guys, it's actually a good dungeon. It actually is good. It wasn't in its best light today, and that's all it was. Anyways, so thank you so much for watching. If you want to play PlayCabal for yourself, I do have my ref link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.